Hello everybody and welcome back. So I've just done a double beer review, so you'll have to excuse me if they're not too bad. One was a 4.5, one was a 5.2, so it's not too bad, but you'll have to excuse me if I am sort of like talking a little bit out of turn. So a little palate cleanser as I talk about, a bit of like Fever Tree Indian tonic water, always sort of resets your mouth. It's amazing how it completely wipes out any sort of malty flavour, any hop flavour you've got. It's just literally for me, I find it's the best palate cleanser out there. Agree with me or not, but I have just had 2 beers, and now, no matter how much I try, from that little sip, I cannot get any of the flavours from them beers. Anyway, I trotted my little legs down to Morrisons today to try and find or see if that Northern Monk Timothy Taylor collaboration is in. Right, we're big fans of Northern Monk. I know they get a hard time. I've even given them a slight hard time, not hard time as such, when they done. I'm sure they did a beer, and I thought, what they're doing? What's this like novelty beer? But I just know that as a brewery, they're a great brewery. And if you look through my videos, you'll see I did the Faith. It was like the big Faith, like the double Faith. I can't remember what it's called. My mind is terrible. But it's like an 8-point double. Oh, it was fantastic. I gave it a 10 out of 10. It was Northern Monk at their best. And we love their stouts. You know, we love Northern Monk. We're big fans of Northern Monk. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, rewind back. So I went to Morrisons to get that again tonight, and they never had it. I'm like, oh, it's coming out at the end of the month. You know, come on, stop like really being hanging us on, like get it in the store. So tomorrow night I'm going to be going as well. But when I went in there, I'm like, what is this? What is this? Now, I tell you what, on Airland Radio, Pablo does a can wrap. This whole ceiling in the Spencer Arms is covered in can wrap, right? And we can't duplicate one. So even though we probably had a beer 5, 6, 7, 8 times, we can only put one label up for that beer. So the labels really sell the beer. I seen this, it really caught my eye. It really caught my eye. But then I was quite surprised with what style of beer it was. So I seen this, right? So look at that very quickly, right? I seen this. So when I seen that all dripping down, I thought to myself, oh, I wonder if that's like a pastry stout or something. That'd be something that Janie might like. I'll take her one. But no, salt drip. I mean, literally drip. It's a double dry hopped New England IPA coming in at 7%, right? So it says thick, tropical, 7% double dry hopped NEIPA from Salt. Now, I'm a big fan of Salt Brewery. I think they're probably one of the better ones in the supermarkets. I love their single hop one. I like the Galaxy one. They do a lot of good beers. You know, they are sort of like no nonsense. They are what they are. I'm not a massive fan of New England IPAs. Really, because the reason being is because some of them are just too juicy for me. They're just very fakely juicy. They're almost like cordials. There's not much sort of in the way of... there's a lot of them that are great, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of them that are great, but I like them on the dankier side. So I don't want to drink a New England IPA and it purely tastes of orange juice, or like if you get that tropical juice and, you know, a cordial and it's like tropical flavours or mixed fruits or anything like that. I want the dankiness. I want to be able to taste the hops in there. So I picked this up. I thought, oh, look at that. That looks pretty decent. And I read it. And it said somewhere, I can't think where it is. Right, here we go. Drip. One of the juiciest, dankiest New England IPAs we've ever created. This beer does what it says on the tin. Dripping with passion fruit, papaya, and mango, brewed with stacks of oats for a super thick and silky mouthfeel. What more is there not to like? Dankiness, that's what I want. Let's crack this open. I like the black can as well. Let's crack this open. Let's see what we're going to get from this beer. It smells juicy. Now, dankiness to me is a bit different to what dankiness is. Almost like a dankiness is an aroma that will like fill the room. So if this is danky, you'd expect to smell it filling the room. Oh my goodness me, that does look good. I like saturating hops. I'll never forget when we went to Thornbridge's tap room and we had the brewery tour. Well, we had the brewery experience, and it was oh god, very fine bubbles in there. And literally, we ate hops. So we had a hop flour, which we ate, which was quite palatable, although you were getting, you can crush a hop flour and you can feel the oils and you can get the oils. But then we actually ate a hop pellet, concentrated hop oils in a pellet. Blows your bloody mind. It absolutely blows your mind. And seriously, that's what I want. I want to taste the hops. I don't want to taste additives or fruit juice and things. Don't get me wrong, Janie likes pastry stouts and things, and I like the fact that some of these stouts get adjunct in. I'm sure Vault City's making one now with them chew bars. Like throwing like loads of chew bars in and just boiling them down or whatever. Them chew bars are going to be full of enums or whatever. When we were kids, we'd have a chew bar and we'd chew it. Like the refreshers and things. We used to love them. So I love what Vault City do. They get so slagged off on the YouTube world by certain people and things. But I just take it for what it is. There's a market for that beer. Oh, that is danky. That's great. I think this is going to be really, really good. I like the ABV as well. I like 7% New England IPA as well. Right, so I can't stop looking at that can art. That's fantastic. I think that's fantastic. It's almost like too simple to be fantastic, if you know what I mean. But yeah, drip. It's literally. It caught my eye. It really caught my eye. So that's the name of the game, But I wouldn't have bought it if it was like, I don't like juice foresight, right? I know a lot of people do, but that to me is just literally like a chemicals in a can, and it's not for me. It's too. I have had it, I've tried it, but I wouldn't want to bring it to the channel and start saying, "Yeah, I don't like it" or whatever. It's not me. I want to be kind, It's just not for me. So I'm not going to drink a beer that I don't like to tell you that I don't like it. It's just a waste of time. This beer, I think I'm going to love. But if I don't, then I'm going to tell you why. But anyway, thick. It does look thick. The head is absolutely white as snow. Even through that thick, compact head there, I could smell what smells like really good hop profile. This smells like a saturated, verdant beer. And I'm sure Sol to be quite privileged to hear that quote there, Right, I'm getting into this. Cheers, everybody. That's big from Salt. That is... Ooh. That is a supermarket banger. That is a supermarket banger. That is... Ooh. Right, just got to get me head in the game, because I've had a couple of beers. And I've got to be careful that, I don't care if somebody else has this and says it's tosh, because it's what I think that matters to me. It smells good. It smells very danky. It smells fruity. It looks fantastic. It looks like quite a sort of like diluted orange juice, but it's got a great head on it. Really compact, really snowy head. That is lovely and danky. That's the type of New England IPA that I love. That is spot on, Salt. That's absolutely spot on. I'm going to make sure that this is less than 15 minutes because I want to put this on Instagram because I want to tag these in it. That is damn spot on, that is. I don't like juicy New England IPAs. I'm not a big New England IPA fan. I'm not. I want to taste the fruit. I want to taste the danky, fermented, saturated fruit. I want to, well, not saturated fruit. I want to taste the hops in their entire. I don't even know what hops are in here. I don't know. Probably maybe a Galaxy hop in there. Montueca maybe. I don't know. I ain't even seen. I don't even know what hops are in here. But it is really good, unfiltered. Oh, what hops are in here? I'm sure I've got a hint of Galaxy hop in there. Right, cut from a different. Oh, this is about Salt, is it? We Are Salt. Name, yeah, it just tells you about them. But yeah, this is, scan to find out more. So if you want to find out more about the beer, you got to scan it on the can. I'll try and focus that in so you can scan it if you want. I've got to find out. I've literally picked this up, liked the label, liked the fact it's a danky New England IPA, brought it home, put it in the freezer because I wanted it to, because, I mean, it felt quite cool on the shelf, but I wanted it to be a little bit colder than where I brought it down here, put it in the beer fridge while I reviewed the other two beers, and I think it's the perfect temperature. But I've got to say, 7% ABV. This is a proper good New England IPA for me. This is the sort of New England IPA I want. So, you want a nice, juicy New England IPA, but I don't want it to taste. I'm repeating myself all the while. I don't get the Speno waffle tagline for nothing. I don't want a New England IPA that tastes like I've just had a bloody orange cordial or a lemon and lime cordial, orange lemon and lime cordial, passion fruit cordial, like a juice. I don't want that. I want to taste the hops. I want to know there's hops in there. I want to know that the juice is coming from the hops. The mouthfeel is really nice. It's not over the top with the oats. It doesn't taste like it's got any junk in it whatsoever. It tastes very natural. I know that, like Kyla says to me, don't be fooled by the natural carbonation. Loads and loads of breweries use CO2 forced carbonation, but I can sort of tell when a beer is got more of the carbonation that's come from the yeast, from the natural brewing process. And this is one of them. It's got a lovely mouthfeel. It's got a lovely carbonation. It's got a fantastic ABV. It's got very nice. There's a slight floraliness that I would probably hazard a guess that Jimbo wouldn't like, because it's not. I'm not saying soapy, but you sometimes get that quite florally taste from these beers when it starts getting very juicy from the hops. But let me just tell you, right, I'm going to give that, for Salt and that effort they've put into that, bringing a really nice danky New England IPA, 7% on the supermarket shelves, in the 4 for 3 as well, I think it was. I'm going to give that hashtag Speno Waffle 10 out of 10. That's well deserved, and I don't care what anybody else says. Everybody's opinion is their own. If somebody else thinks it's a load of crap, fine, you think it's a load of crap. But you know what? I'll be buying that again, because I think that is absolutely banging, and I'm really privileged to be able to have reviewed that tonight, because I feel as if this has just landed on the shelves. I didn't see it yesterday, and I've seen it today. Right, got to go. Keep it to 15 minutes. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Be good. I've been Speno. Cheers.